Hello, Cabinet Vision users. Bruce Chesum here with another Cabinet Vision Minute. And in this episode, we're going to talk about report groups. So if you've been into the reports section in the report center, you've seen this area up in the upper left-hand corner. It says report group. I'm going to show you today how I organize report groups and some tips that'll help you organize your reports into groups. And anyhow, let's jump into that right now. Okay, so report groups. What I want to talk about real briefly, hopefully, is this stuff here. So today we're going to talk about what's a report group, how to make them, how I organize them, and how you can use print reports in group to help speed things along and make things a little bit more efficient. So let's just jump right into that now. Okay, so in Cabinet Vision, to get to reports, you need to have a job open. So I'm going to open a job. Okay, and then from after you've opened the job, you can go to the Reports tab. There are several options in the column on the left, and the Report Center is where we're going to focus our time today. So in the Report Center, it defaults to this screen here, which really there's nothing there. There's no reports shown. But let me talk about what is on this screen briefly. There is a report group drop down here on the left, and this report group drop down is how you can organize your reports. So there's 264 standardized reports inside of Cabinet Vision. So in here, there is just lots of reports. Banding cut list, door panel cut list, door style. I mean, it goes on and on. In your business, you're going to probably select a few of these reports and add them to your collection of reports that you commonly use. You're not going to commonly use 264 reports. So let's select out the ones that we're going to use. So the process of selecting those is fairly easy. Let's say I like this door list report, and I link that to one of my report groups up here by clicking on, let's say this door list report belongs in the door department. And so then you can see on the right side here under groups that 06 door department is listed there for the group that I can find this report. And this little icon on the left turns green, which tells me it does show up somewhere in some group, and this is that group here. All right, so back to groups then, just for a moment. So then if I go to my door department group, here is a listing of the reports that I've selected that I want to use. I don't want to use all 260 some reports. I just want some particular reports. So in here, I want these reports. So that's essentially what a door group is just a way to organize your reports. Now, here's how I organize my report groups. To create a report group, we're going to use this setup reports. And when we go into setup reports, not only do we have the listing of all the reports that are in Cabinet Vision, but we also have these two buttons over here, add and delete. So those are to add and delete report groups. So if I want to add a new report group to this list, I can simply press the add button, and then I get this new report group dialog box, and I can put in the name of my new report group. So let's say this is my new report, and then that one will show up in this list of report groups in alphanumeric order. In other words, the reports will show up in this list in an alphanumeric sort. So there is no other way to sort those to get around that or to help me organize them in the way that I want to organize them. I've put a prefix, you can see, in front of each one of my report groups so that this will be the order that I want them in. If I didn't put this 01011 in front of them, they would show up in purchasing would not show up first. Purchasing would show up near the end of the list, and probably assembly would show up first because A comes before P. Let's talk about how I organize my report groups. My report groups are organized by department. And what I mean by that is I like to have each one of the departments in my shop to have access to only the reports that matter for that department. So in other words, purchasing is going to have a set of reports inside there important to them. So I might have this door order report. I might also have a material summary report would be a good one for them. So my purchasing department has a couple of reports in there. This material summary reports with kits grouped. They also have a door order report. And I chose to put these in order of how a job moves through my shop. So I have the purchasing department first, and then I have assembly next. And okay, let's talk about this button here called Print Reports in Group. So Cabinet Vision gives us the ability to print one report at a time, of course, but you can also print a whole group of reports at one time with just one button. And so any of these report groups, you can, and this is another way you might want to group your reports, is by the ability to print everything in the group at once. So I do that. I have a group of reports called Send Loose reports. And these reports, I would naturally want to print them all at once. I rarely would I want to print one at a time. I could, but this Print Reports in Group button allows me to print everything in the group at once. So just get on the group that you want to print, press Print Reports in Group. Just as a matter of workflow, I always print to a PDF file. I never print directly to the printer. And that gives me the opportunity, one, to review what I want to print first, but it also gives me the opportunity to save everything that I print in the same job folder or that this group of reports needs to go to. So I'll show you what I mean here. So I'm printing all the time to Adobe PDF and click Start. And it's going to ask me where I want to send it to. So I want to send it to my jobs folder. In 2025, this particular job is called Anchor, and it's going to go to the PDF folder inside my job folder. So this report, you can see I've already printed them once, so I won't rename them again. But the first one is going to be Send Loose 1. The next one will be Send Loose 2, number 3, and number 4. If I drag this over to the screen, you can see I have my Send Loose reports all printed up, and I didn't have to waste time sending them to the printer, etc. So they're here, and I have them for future reference also because they're saved in the job folder. So that's how Print Reports in Group is pretty handy in this case. That's going to wrap it up for this episode of a Cabinet Vision Minute, and we talked about report groups. We'll see you on the next one.